As it becomes the 16th of September, it means Michael Malone's birthday is now over, but what a birthday present. His squad wins Game 7 emphatically against the favored Los Angeles Clippers. A dominating second-half performance, a triple-double from the sublime skills of the big man, 40 from Jamal Murray, and then a celebration that is well-earned in the locker room as they win, and Michael Malone joins us now. Coach Buttermaker, as I joked with you, you kidded that, people viewed you guys as the bad news bears or whatever, but as you celebrate your birthday and a Game 7 win with these guys, what, Michael, do you all know about your group that the world maybe didn't before tonight?
That I think we're one of the toughest, most resilient teams in any sport that I've ever been around. For us to win 6 straight elimination games, to come back from 3-1, 2 series in a row, it just speaks to our belief in each other, Scott, the love that we have for each other, and we don't really get caught up in. We use it as motivation, but we believe. We don't get caught up in what everybody else says.
You know, I talked to Rachel Nichols about that on Monday, and I think you guys kind of have the best of both worlds, because on the one hand, you can say, look what everybody says about us, but then you can look each other in the eyes and go, yeah, but we know something they don't. I mean, is that a fair way to frame the way you guys have looked at the whole, all of this?
I think very fair. I mean, we know that last year we were the number 2 seed in the West. Most of this season, we were the 2 seed up until after the All-Star break. And so people talk about us like we were a 7 seed, like we were lucky to get into the playoffs. But we knew the truth of the matter. We're a good basketball team. We're a team that wins a lot of clutch games. And we've beaten some of the best teams in the NBA. Our reaction was more to the narrative out there that no one gave us a chance to beat the LA Clippers. So we used that as motivation, but internally, when we started our training camp in Colorado Springs, Scott, our goal was to win a championship. So as happy as we are right now, we're going to enjoy the moment. We still have a lot of work to do, and we're excited about the opportunity to play in the Western Conference Finals.
You know, Michael, I feel like that's one of the most overplayed things, and it's coach speak, nobody believes. But in this case, you're right, man. Everybody in the world, and I'll throw my hand up, the way that first game went after you all played Utah, I thought maybe you guys are out of gas. And I'm really wondering, is there a message? How is it that you get your guys down 3-1 and down double digits twice in a row to a team as loaded as the Clippers to find their footing? What's the message? How does that happen?
Well, I think the main message is belief. You know, we've been here before. We know what it takes. And as we're going into Game 5, Scott, the message was we just have to win this game. And even when we were down 16 points in that second half, there was a belief because we had done this in the first round against the Utah Jazz. So I think experience is a great teacher, and we never get rattled. We have such a poised group, and I think that starts with our 2 players, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. When things are looking really downtrodden, they find a way to play and make plays, and other guys' spirits are lifted because our 2 best players are staying with it. They compete and they play all the way through. So resiliency, belief, and experience that we've had have allowed us to get to this point.
Belief's great. You know what's better? Knowing. In that fourth quarter, you know you're going to win. As you clearly start stretching this out and you look around this bubble and you've been there so long and separated from family and this and that, when you know you're about to beat this Clipper team and you look around at your group, what are the emotions you feel at that moment?
Part of me is saying, how the hell are we doing this? You know, we're all these young guys that we have, and we're playing against all 6th Man of the Year, MVP candidates, Defensive Player of the Year, and to see it coming to fruition, to see your dreams coming true is just an unreal experience. And what makes it even better, Scott, is the group that I'm doing it with, the coaching staff, the front office, our ownership. Stan and Josh Kroenke flew down for this game. So we have a very tight, connected group. And as the clock was winding down, it was just enjoyment. You know, great birthday present. Couldn't ask for a better birthday present. So I'm so proud of our guys.
All right, I got 2 more quick ones if you'll indulge me. One's about culture.
Of course.
It's a buzzword that gets thrown around very casually. I think every press conference, the new coach says, we're going to establish a culture. It's like, okay, fine. But what does it look like? How do you build it on a daily basis? How does it become real? As you've built, do you sense that whatever that idea of culture is really taking root with your team?
Yeah, I would say definitely. And you're right. everybody talks about that. When I got hired 5 years ago, that was one of the first things I said. We have to change the culture. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's coach speak. But I think the difference in our situation is that we've lived by it. We've adhered to it. And culture isn't built just in like one season. It's something that you constantly build.
Of course.
You have to pay attention to. And as you bring new players in, it's holding them accountable, making sure they understand that we're a work team. We're a selfless team, and that starts with our best players. If Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic buy into being work, selfless, and trust, all these young players that we have coming up behind them follow in as well. It's my job to make sure we're adhering to it and holding guys accountable when we start going aside from that.
Okay, this is all fun and fuzzy and happy. Let's get down to what's waiting for you on the other side, and you know what it is. I mean, you're a ball coach. You've lived this. You get in there and you look at what you got to deal with, and your first thought of attacking the Lakers. What comes to mind?
Well, you know, I've had the privilege of coaching LeBron for 5 years when we were together in Cleveland, and obviously one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And then you have alongside him Anthony Davis. And as these players have gone on, you've seen their core players, the Rajon Rondos, the Danny Greens, the Alex Carusos, Kyle Kuzma stepping up. So, but it all starts and ends with LeBron. That guy's IQ is off the charts. We know we're going to have our hands full. We had 3 really close games against them in the regular season. So
right.
We're up for the challenge. One thing I know about our group, no matter who we're playing, no matter who's suiting up for the other team, we don't really care because we're going to play our brand of basketball and we're going to bring it.
Hey, Jamal said they got to worry about us. They got to deal with us, and that's true. Michael, happy birthday a minute and a half later, whatever the hell it is. And thanks for stopping, man. Congratulations. That was something to see.
All right. Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate you.
Indeed. All right, more on that series now. You do your research on the incredible run from the Nuggets. They complete a 12th comeback from a 3-1 deficit in the first round. No one's ever done what they've done, winning 6 consecutive elimination games.